some difficulties.
Oh,
Some difficulties.
what's going on?
I'm trying to figure out.
Should I keep talking?
Uh,
Hmm?
all right, there we go.
Hmm?
Oh,
There.
I hear myself.
Oh, good.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
We're good.
There we go.
Yay.
I said, welcome back.
Thank you.
Did we get all that?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
no? Yes. Yes.
We're
no?
on. We're on.
Yes, we're on. We're back on.
Are we on again or
Yeah, we're on again.
like continue?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Did
let me
we
do
leave? Did we go somewhere?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh man, but we got a lot of boobies on the show today. Hey,
Oh,
shake 'em,
yeah.
baby. Give him a little shake there. There we go. And then
I
there's
think
a
this is in the way.
hippo with difficulties, but he's here in spirit.
I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Obviously, the show is brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon. They don't even know they're sponsoring the show, but
Well,
it's brought
actually,
to you by them.
I did put a thing in, so
Again?
It's
well,
coming.
It's a
I have-
different one. It's through
Oh.
YouTube and Facebook, and
Oh.
yeah,
I did ask. For,
Pabst
I
Blue
did ask
Ribbon.
for sponsorship. Nobody responded.
didn't. Yeah.
And then there's Birthday Buddy with some
Right.
boobies out.
Like that's all you can. That's all. That's
Oh,
all.
yes. I
Like my
love
mouth and.
every part that
Right.
everybody likes.
Like
Yeah.
the people don't even know.
Yeah.
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 If you were here, it'd be.
And then my an incognito.
Yes. So, disclaimer like always, we're going to talk about some stuff, some what have
You know
yous.
what's funny? We're matching, and we did not even plan that.
I
Oh,
know.
you're right.
I know.
We
Right,
definitely didn't plan that.
right in the middle of the disclaimer.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Anything we say offends you, well, you can turn this off at any time.
Sure can.
So, and don't do stupid things and say Dr. Abel told you to do, or Abel. Dr. Abel told you to do it.
However you say his name.
Because he is a wonderful, handsome Jewish American doctor. So here we are. And Birthday Buddy, you got any announcements we're gonna do real quick for the peoples?
I'm gonna need just a second. Let's do the word.
Oh yes,
Oh.
word.
Or word of the day.
Trish got a word of the day for everybody. A lot of talking today we got to do.
So the word is company.
Oh.
Hmm.
Man.
Hmm.
So company. Is company like when you're like in a three-way and there's like a fourth person just watching, not holding the phone. They're just there in the room.
No.
No.
Mm.
Is it when you're doing a girl in her dorm room and her roommates there?
No.
No.
Is it when you go for oil change and you're in the car while they're getting oil change? The guys are doing the oil, and then you're in the background, and you're with company.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Is it a group of sex dolls?
Uh,
Is that like a flock of
If
seagulls?
she just got that, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
No.
There's no
Okay.
way she gets down there like that.
I have gotten like the last three.
I
though.
know. I was
I've
gonna
gotten
be,
quite a few.
I'm gonna be fucking pissed off, and then I'm gonna know that this game is fixed.
We might not have planned the outfits, but we planned
Yes.
the word.
Hey, name one Flock of Seagull song, Jason.
Oh.
Free bird.
No,
Wow.
no, that's fucking not even close.
I don't know.
And I ran away from you. Never heard that
Oh,
song?
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay. Anyways.
Okay, so
company.
company is a chick that you bring to your place, usually only after 11, to get some booty.
Yeah, that's anticlimactic.
Okay.
You've been company a few times.
I know.
Oh, I
It's a
love
true
it.
story.
All
I
right.
love it.
Anyways.
So today's title's the company, anyways. So
That's why.
What is the future going to
yeah.
bring?
So yeah, a lot of things.
I love the suspense.
A lot of things happening. What have
There
you?
is. There is. So
What you got,
first,
buddy?
we have a rope rescue tech 1 and 2 class coming up in St. Augustine, March 27th through 31st. If you haven't been there, it's a fabulous place.
I love it.
And we love it. We have a great new spot that we have been welcomed to and
First Coast Technical
technical college.
College.
Yep. And we're going to keep going back
Yes, absolutely.
because after that, we're going to go back again in April for air medical, the
Yeah.
17th through the 22nd. And we're going to go ahead and just like make it a long 2 weeks. And we're going to stick around for some water rescue class
Yeah.
the week after, the 24th through the 28th.
Yeah. That
Oh,
was
wow.
2 weeks in St. Augustine.
They're all on our website. They're all up and ready for you to
Yeah.
buy and register for. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes. I like your enthusiasm.
It is.
We should have that because
We-
it's awesome.
Jason and I have come up with a whole new plan for the cadaver lab, and
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Oh yeah.
we're doing things.
this is gonna be great.
We're doing
What's
things.
I would like to hear this plan. We're gonna talk about it today. Can we
I
talk
mean,
about that?
I would like to hear it too.
Okay.
we're just kind of keeping it in our front pocket.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
I mean, we can. Trish might know about it. She was there for part of the conversation.
oh yeah.
Like we're gonna.
I think we're gonna utilize it.
use it.
Like I think
Yeah.
we're gonna do a little bit more though.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a lot of things. Because
I would like to look at some eyeballs.
all right.
Oh.
So we already.
We did
know
find
what we're not
calcium
gonna
build-
do.
We found calcium buildup inside the heart, though,
I know.
which was amazing and something that most people probably won't ever see.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
sounded just
Oh.
like scraping your teeth at the dentist.
Every time we do that, like everybody is amazed.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I
you
said
know?
we should do it.
I would
all the
also
time.
like to do some brain.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Mhm.
that's a back pocket thing.
front
It's
pocket.
in my front pocket. So
I'm gonna tell you what.
Utilization.
You guys don't even have pockets right now, so you guys got it in your prison
I
wallet.
have.
I mean, I always have a pocket,
Same. I got 2 of them right there.
Yeah,
Maybe 3.
and I mean, I usually type up the schedule.
that's true.
Oh,
It is true. It's true. This is
sometimes
true.
it's better to ask for forgiveness.
Yes. Well, as things keep going and the rotor turns,
It's still turning.
what else we got, buddy? Is that it?
Those are our next 3
Yeah.
major classes coming up. yeah.
So every week we get a request and a job and stuff, and then people call and say, "Hey, are you guys able to do this?" And we go, "Yes."
Yeah, we've got a lot of that lately.
And then a lot of people just don't understand like the scope of the different things that we are able to do and the things that we do when we go places. And so I figure we talk a little bit about that, but the future of the company too has really changed unplanned. Wasn't our plan to
Yeah.
do what's happening, but things came our way and some good people came our way, and we're able to do this now. So we're going to be talking about it here in a little bit. But before I get there, I got a little scenario for Jason.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, we're going right to me, huh?
Oh yes.
Hey, can you throw this in that camera?
So
Not that one. It's still this one.
Uh,
dongling.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, go ahead.
So there I am, Jason.
There you are.
Okay. So now I'm going to say that allegedly this is a scenario. Okay. That somebody in this, I'm not saying that there may be in this room or not.
Okay.
All right. But they presented this thing and I go, this can't be true. So let's say I'm responding.
Yep.
To a snake bite.
Okay. Yeah.
You with me? You're
Yeah.
a snake expert.
It can happen.
Snake expert, venom
Venom 2.
2
Ish.
ish.
Ish. Yeah.
Not to be confused with poison
Mm-mm.
Or
Mm-mm.
saliva.
or
Well,
saliva.
yeah. Poison and
Don't
venom.
you? It is not poison.
Two
Yes.
different things.
So
Completely different.
this person is alleging that they were bit by a snake that came through their air conditioning vent in their
Oh.
car.
Oh my.
Okay. All right.
And
That's-
I'm calling
a very tiny
and I'm
snake.
going, you're fucking full of shit. That snake was in your car because you brought it in your car.
Okay.
I think it came through the
Well,
AC.
I mean, there's
So
so many
could-
questions. Like,
How
where,
big is the
where,
snake?
where are we?
What
What
color is
you
it?
know?
We're in
Are they
Florida.
local? Were they
They're
local?
people. It's Florida.
Okay. What kind of snake was it? Was it a
Is a
like,
is
It's a little snake.
it's a snake that old snakes are killers.
okay?
So it's a
so-
killer snake,
all right.
like
got
the
it.
one that's been trying to kill me the last few times.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, Lucky.
can you grab it? Because if it scratches my back, I will kill it on TV. I swear to God.
I can't get
Oh my
Damn
god.
I hate it's gonna scratch the fuck out of me. Like it scratched my back before. And I hate that cat.
Oh my god. I'm so glad we had this
Yeah.
video.
Yeah. Or I'm gonna snap his neck on TV.
No, you're not.
Fucking hate that breakup cat.
He
Oh,
is
that's
a
great.
great cat, and I feel like you just need to accept it. Like I
scratched me.
accept a lot of different things.
Oh, you do.
Oh, anyways.
Maybe if you had him around more often, you
Maybe
wouldn't
if
have
you
to
made
worry.
friends with him, he wouldn't scratch you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mess with him. He shouldn't mess with me.
He likes you.
Yeah. Well, we'll agree
All
to
right.
disagree.
All right. Back to the
So
vehicle.
it's a cold day.
Yeah.
Outside.
Okay. Yep.
The person started their car and they said a snake came out through the air conditioning. Could that happen?
Yes. Absolutely.
There's a possible scenario.
I mean, I've heard of it several times.
Are you serious?
In Florida, yeah. Because like most of the time, it's not cold. So if it's cold here, they got to go somewhere and hide.
That's
And what's
not
the best
supported.
place then
Huh?
for them to go hide?
Supported.
That's just a charger.
And-
They go to the engine, and and then the engine goes to
So,
your AC.
that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
My next part of my question is, why aren't you checking my car before I leave places?
Well, do I need to check it if I'm there?
Yes.
Yes, like
No, if I'm there.
It
I
could have
almost
gotten in there when you weren't there.
I almost
I-
walked home yesterday.
You almost walked home.
Yeah,
I
was
feel
So
like
you're
we need to
saying-
tell
There was
this.
a snake in your AC.
So you're saying there was a snake in your vehicle and you
no,
didn't?
No.
I'm not saying that happened, but
Oh,
I'm sitting there talking to Amanda yesterday
Okay.
at the
Allegedly.
office.
Allegedly, it happened.
No, this allegedly she told me this shit yesterday as we're sitting there talking, and she goes, "Yeah, so well, that shit comes through people's air conditioners." I was like, well, hold on there, second, there, Captain. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He goes, that's not a thing.
And she goes,
Oh,
"Oh yeah," and
it's
she's laughing her
absolutely a
ass
thing.
off, and I
Nuh-uh.
go,
Yes. So
Fuck you, and I don't want to hear anymore. Nope.
"See,
no,
That's-
now you have to know.
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
So he's, talking to me about the killer snake outside the office and how, oh, I didn't see it today. I don't see it. And I parked on the wrong side of the building. So, like, I'm going to, all the things.
Yeah.
And I go, well, when we were here earlier,
it got
it
cold."
was hot when we got there. And then it rained. And then it dropped 20 degrees.
Yeah.
I said,
right.
so the snake could have been there. But now he needed a warm place to go. So he's hiding in your car somewhere. And he's going to show his face through your air vents.
I mean, it happens.
It does.
It does.
There are
But
videos.
Yeah,
that's
and yeah, and then I was like, "Fuck this
you ever
shit."
you ever turn your like air conditioner up high and the fan? It sounds like there's like clicking going on
all the time. Yep, not
Yeah.
getting in my car now. Now I don't drive. Now I don't fucking drive.
My favorite part is that he thought I was lying.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's something there to wake
I'm
you
still
up.
hoping you're lying.
I said, go wake Jason
All
up right now.
you really?
I'm
That's
gonna
it.
start.
I
I'm
said,
gonna
go.
start taking Lucky with me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I said, go wake
'Cause you know
Jason
who
up now
doesn't
because
like
you're full of
snakes?
shit.
Lucky.
Yeah. Oh, has he brought you any snakes?
No, he brings in a lot of other shit.
Well,
Cats love bringing.
I think
Random stuff in.
he's brought me one snake.
Right?
Yeah.
They like to bring you their trophies.
Yeah.
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 Look
Like,
what I
hey,
did.
look
So
what I
there
did
was-
for you.
There was one night that because I used to work day shift. Well, I guess it was during the day. I was sleeping during the day, and some people were supposed to come fix something. Sorry, now you guys have me jumping. Fuck all y'all.
Oh, that shit's
So
awesome.
We're
I
not.
was
We're not in
sleeping-
the car.
I was sleeping during the day. Doesn't matter. We have a dog door.
Oh, god damn. Yeah, it's fucking great.
And really, snakes can get through just about
Shut the
any
fuck
crevice.
I've had 2 live snakes in this house.
You know what makes this so fun for me
Huh.
is that I used to be exactly like you two.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I still don't like them. I won't touch them. I don't hold them. Like, we ain't friends, but we can coexist. And I've learned things.
Yeah.
So now it's funny because
So
Yeah.
anyway, I was sound asleep, and these people were supposed to come fix something on my house, and the doorbell rings. So I get up and I go let them in, and I go back to bed. As I'm walking back into my bedroom, I see this very large snake in the middle of my floor, and I'm like, "What the fuck? How long has that been there? And why did I not notice it as I was leaving my room?" It was dead, and it was probably about 5 feet. And my cat brought it to
5
me.
feet.
Yeah, it was
hey,
big.
good job, Lucky.
It wasn't Lucky. It was
Oh.
Batman.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Several cats.
Stella, are you gonna protect me from snakes?
So
She is.
check this story
see
out
this?
that may allegedly happen to me. You guys have heard some of this, but it's worth telling
Yeah.
for the people that haven't heard. So I'm appropriately, disposing allegedly
Oh, yeah.
of taking the cadaver to the crematorium. So we've had several cadavers, back to back classes. So you take them to the crematorium, and it's been a while since I had to do it myself. So I get there and it's closing time for them, close to it.
Clothing.
Yeah, look at that. So
Are we gonna listen to Freebird next?
yeah. So I get there and they're like, "Hey, man, how you doing? It's been a while," and people want to know what you're doing.
Right.
And then they go, "Hey, you know how to log it in, so log it in. You got to get the tag, put the tag on it." Birthday buddy sent me the number, the cadaver number. You got to put that on there, bam.
Mhm.
And allegedly, doing all that stuff, and then I like to call it unjasoning the truck. So
Well,
I get the
This
paperwork
is
done
my
up
favorite
front.
part of the story.
It's also
get-
called Tetris.
Yes.
But usually in Tetris, when you make everything fit perfectly, it disappears. That
Yeah.
doesn't. We're not the
We don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't
So-
want it
Did
to
you
disappear.
show him your wound?
Oh yes, I got stabbed on Tetrising the truck today too.
Oh.
Yes, that's a different story for a different day.
Oh.
So, anyways, I by the time I get done taking all the stuff from around the freezer out, everybody's gone.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm like, oh, I guess I'm on myself. I prep the box, two oil stuff, bam, put the thing in my nifty wagon.
Yep. That's right. Exactly.
Take it over there. And then this part of the story was funny too. It was like a little hill, and I went to like grab something, let go of the wagon for a second, go chase the wagon. So
Come back.
So,
Come
anyways,
back.
then I put the box in. I put the the remains in the box, and then I'm taking it into the freezer where the gentleman pointed out. He goes, "Hey, put it on top of the other box." Cool. So I'm about to do that, and then I go, "Oh, I got to put a piece of wood right between this," and I pull this piece of wood up, and then the door closes. So I want you to know that I'm in a freezer with a bunch of cadavers waiting to be cremated, and there's no way to get out.
Oh my God.
Was that?
Oh, I knew that one. Nothing.
Oh,
What?
Keep going.
So
Which begs the question:
yes,
should we add a new class to their survival stuff?
we should.
Yes.
Yes.
How to survive in a freezer?
Yeah, how to get out.
Now,
Dude.
I feel like the last class probably feels like they were.
Oh,
or
yeah.
what they
those-
Fucking
learned.
A, man. That was
Yeah.
that's a set of troopers there.
They
They
were.
were
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, they were
They
pretty
were
good.
great.
But real quick, I was in there. It may seem like an eternity. Hours go by. It was enough time to reevaluate my life, choices that I've made.
How many times did you quit?
I quit the company while I was in there, and you make promises to yourself. If I ever get out of here
I will
and I
never.
survive this,
What were they?
well, I'm changing. Currently, as a survivor, I'm changing my life. You know what I'm saying? There's things I talked about to myself, and then I was like, self, how did you end up in this position? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are the things that they're going through your mind because I'm
Well,
surrounded by
perfect.
death, man.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is how. But I know how I go, and that's not how I go. I know it's gonna be uncomfortable for a bit.
Yes. Maybe you lose a couple fingers and toes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I don't want to.
yeah. But there I was, and then the door
There
opened.
you were.
Well, no. What? So you just sat the door shut and you just sat there and contemplated.
Oh,
You didn't do anything?
Screaming like a bitch. In there. Yeah. There was a
I will
whole-
be calling them.
There's a
His
whole.
phone, his
there-
phone was not in his.
No,
Oh.
I will be calling the crematorium at
Oh.
9 a.m. on Monday to find out if there are cameras
Oh,
Yeah.
anywhere near that area.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Either we need the audio,
Yeah, yeah.
or if there happened to be one in the freezer, even better.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
That would be.
Can,
I
can
will
you
tell you
put
what.
one in the freezer for next time?
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
what they're like.
Yeah. I'm
but-
gonna recommend this. Do you need a camera? I know a
Well,
guy.
Fuck, don't worry about fixing the door. Fuck the door.
No, fuck
We
the
need,
door. Put
we
a
need
camera,
a camera
in.
first.
So the best part of the whole shit is that the person opens it, and I just walk out. Like nobody
You
said,
didn't like go hug them and.
nobody
Oh,
said
thank-
anything. Like it was just like, oh, hey, what's up? It was one of those, man.
But was
Nobody
it
said a
awkward? Because they probably heard you screaming like a bitch.
No, like I don't think they heard me. Like there was somebody bringing in another box, so it's
I'm gonna have
like
to ask that
it's
person.
like man,
Where
no, the
is
dude
the
didn't
guy
say
that
shit.
has the van?
It
Fans
would have
open,
been.
stuff's out.
So we figured out that like you were at work.
Yep.
So before anyone would have noticed he hadn't come home or was missing, it would have been at least 4.5 hours.
Oh yeah,
Now we would have started there. Given that Trish called me when she couldn't find you
yeah.
and said, "Where's the last place he was?" Because I know you were down here today. anything like that. But that probably would have still taken her a minute.
Oh yeah.
So
No, it
maybe,
would've-
5-6 hours. You'd have
Oh
been
yeah.
there.
It would have been like she would have had food,
Yeah.
like,
Maybe a nap.
and then she's like, man, somebody ain't here. It's like something.
Yeah, something's
I
not
need
right.
to check some oil.
Why
Yeah.
is my dinner not ready?
Yes. That would have been it. Yes. Yeah. Oil checks. Things would have been missing. And it's like, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, me getting my oil check went through my mind while I was in there.
Yeah.
It's
Aw.
amazing the things that you see in
That's
the
so
last
sweet.
Yeah, like you
And
miss
the
you
last-
miss it, right?
in the last
Right.
no
Like, I'm
listen.
never gonna get to have a funny story like that ever again.
Yeah. Things that go through your mind when you're about to, it's your last moment.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like is it truly like your life flashes before your eyes?
Yes,
No.
absolutely. There's a lot of you actually.
Yeah,
As it
is
goes
there
through.
really?
A lot of hippo.
Oh,
A lot of hippo.
Aw.
thank you.
I look staring. I'm like, man, and in my mind, let me tell you what my last thoughts were. Right as the breath is leaving me. One of the last thoughts I
Oh my
have
God. The breath is leaving.
is like, what was he thinking when he was staring at that pool pump? You know what I mean? Like this picture of Jason just staring at a pool pump. That's my last thought on earth is that.
On a bucket.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
sitting on a bucket, just surrounded by parts. And I go,
like it
man.
exploded.
Yeah, I'm like, man, was that like a roadside bomb? Did he hit it with a bat? There's so many questions that people
Cut the
have.
blue wire.
Yeah.
Cut the blue
Is
wire.
there an IED there?
Oh my God, man. It's funny that somebody said IUD during their class. Trying to improvise explosive. Oh man, so we got some serious topics though to talk about, don't we, buddy?
Right. So I suggested we add that to our, course catalog.
Yes.
IUDs.
No, not
Well, that
IEDs.
too.
Might
Advanced,
not
advanced,
be a bad idea.
advanced freezer survival.
Advanced freezer survival.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like I heard a rumor that there are some things we're going to add to our course catalog.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
heard a rumor.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Like-
Sometimes rumors aren't true.
You're right.
What
they're
are we
not.
adding to the course catalog? Anybody?
It
What
was
should we
a
talk
rumor.
about?
Uh,
Give me a hint, buddy.
I mean, I feel like
Edu-
it has to do with some.
I mean, we have education, so
Yeah. Maybe that's a couple of the steps before air medical.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Ah.
So
But you'd have to have like your own school to do something like that.
something
right?
that's accredited.
Yeah.
So we.
I mean, not just
Yeah.
like a training company, like
Right.
Yeah.
an actual school.
Yes.
I could be a principal.
Yeah. Huh?
Jason could be the guidance counselor.
Yeah.
We already have the dean.
No.
Yeah.
I-
So
It's
What
not
was-
me.
I mean, I was kind of overhearing a phone call the other day. What was that all about?
so there we are
Here
Here
we
we
are,
as a company. You know what I'm saying? Just minding our own business,
doing our thing.
doing what we do. So, technically the rescue company one is a continuing education company.
Continuing.
We are a finishing school for people that are already paramedics, doctors,
Nurses.
that are, wanting to do critical
Sure.
care, transport medicine, stuff
Yeah.
like that. We also do a lot of survival training.
Mhm.
We also do some rescue training.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Yep.
so kind of what we do. And then, but there was that whole piece missing the whole time, right? Like the initial training, right? So, if people don't know, in the state of Florida, we became a national registry state.
Mhm.
Private schools are pretty much non-existent after the year 2022.
Two.
2022.
2022.
Yes.
So basically, if you didn't have your
2022?
institutional accreditations, you got to be accredited as an institution,
Mhm.
and then you also had to meet that COAMS accreditation. You couldn't train paramedics, and it's a long road to do it. If you decide to do it now, it would be nearly impossible.
Hmm.
But
Puzzle.
currently,
The
we
predicament.
are in contract to buy our own initial training institution, which kind of we're like,
Yeah.
not going to mention the name yet or location. Some people know out there,
Yep.
but
Yes, you know who you are.
yeah, but we are going to own our own EMT paramedic school
Oh my
in
goodness.
the year 2023.
23. Yes.
So
Big
yeah,
things.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have our own place to teach paramedics and you know EMTs, and do this like we can start from scratch now.
Yep.
Yeah.
A person off the street, a bum off the street, and we can train them.
Right.
to
And
do
like
this.
we could take them from like the beginning to
Yeah.
like
Every
what
step.
we've been doing.
So we can
Yeah.
also take them from the middle and back to the beginning.
Yes. Because
Or
sometimes
from
going
the
back
end
to the basics.
and then to the beginning and then back to the end.
Is it like
Yeah.
a circle?
I'm just saying
Like
that,
a circle.
that
Okay.
maybe we might start the RN to.
Yeah, it's always been that thing too that we've always wanted to do that
Yeah.
RN to paramedic thing.
Yes.
The
Isn't it
requirement.
the other way?
No, you
Well,
do both.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Some of us get nursing and then want to go to paramedics.
Oh, you were
So-
never a paramedic?
So in the state of Florida,
Oh.
you can actually, if you're a nurse,
Challenge.
a doctor, dentist,
A
you can.
dentist?
Yeah, believe it or not, dentists can do it.
They're
They're
doctors.
doctors. Yeah.
I
Why
thought-
dentist?
I
They're
thought they were
doctors,
like a
physicians.
PhD doctor.
No, they're
No.
like teeth
Oh.
doctors.
No.
It's a specialty, right? Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
a doctor, and then you had to go into a
Well,
specialty.
they went to dental school.
But they didn't go to
They don't-
medical
Yeah.
school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't think they go to medical.
They go
But
to
I don't actually
teeth
really know.
school.
Okay. Now,
I'm in like hold
Yeah.
stand by.
yeah. Go
I
ahead.
mean,
Yeah, it's
why
they-
would they go to
yeah.
medical school?
Yeah, you don't go to medical school.
only
You go to
this
dental
part.
school. Yeah.
Okay.
So what's interesting is why would a dentist want to go to
I'll tell you why.
paramedic school and become a paramedic? Why?
For the conscious sedation and
Yep.
like airway stuff.
Yeah. So
okay.
so if they're trying to bridge over to be like an oral surgeon and stuff like that, it's one
Well,
of
you
those.
can't. I don't think you can bridge from dentistry to oral surgeon.
Well, I will bet you $100
Oh.
and I will pull it off right now.
I feel like oral surgery is more like
Oral.
an actual doctor thing rather than dentist thing.
Well, yeah, that is different. And it
Like I
is-
thought dentists do.
God, I
those
love
things.
being fucking
Right?
right.
No, no,
I love
don't-
being right.
Dentists don't do oral surgery.
I'm so right
You have
about
to
it.
see an
Okay.
oral surgeon.
I'm so
All right,
right
hold on.
about it right now that I
Right.
could that I will,
dentists do not need to go to medical school. To
that I will
complete
show
their
my
degrees.
dick on this thing if I'm wrong.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah. I work for Dr. Farber, remember?
I know.
Oral.
Dr.
Who's
Farber
Farber?
was
Are you-
he was the-
surgeons
he was
go
the doctor.
We stopped to see what you had to say. Now
Not a
you're
dentist.
researching.
Me,
Yeah.
I
Doctor-
stopped to say that dentists do not go
Okay.
to medical
Okay.
school.
so Dr.
that's all.
Farber went to dental school,
Okay.
then he did an anesthesia rotation, and then he did a oral surgeon rotation. And that's why he was an oral surgeon, but he was a dentist first.
So here's the thing.
That is a lot different than what I just said.
Oh, cheese and rice.
No, that's so basically if you
Whatever.
are a dentist that becomes a paramedic, you don't have to do the anesthesia rotations.
Oh, I didn't Google that.
So and then you can go do the oral surgeon rotation. So you started
So-
talking
So what's the
before
education?
I was trying to explain.
What's the education for a dentist?
Dental school.
Dental
dental school?
How many years? If they're a
5.
doctor,
Hold on, I didn't ask it.
I don't know.
no way.
Only
2.
2 years?
It's 2, and then you do your start doing rotation,
Rotations in what?
doing dentistry.
How
You
many?
must complete a 4 years bachelor degree to apply to dental school. And then stand by, I'm looking. Hold on. I'm
It's so
getting there.
good.
Okay, while we're waiting.
Yeah, keep going.
I love being.
It
love
takes around 4 years to complete the degree from dental school. Dental school offers 2 degrees, a doctor of dental medicine or a doctor of dental surgery. You can choose any of them to become a dentist.
So the first 2 years you learn how to be a dentist. The last 2 years you're doing your specialty.
Gotcha.
Mm.
So like
So
one of
that's
our
a-
pilots.
That's eight years
Yeah,
instead of 10 years
yeah.
for a
so,
regular doctor.
So
10 years for a regular doctor?
I thought it was 10 years.
What kind of doctor?
Well,
No.
you do your bachelor's
Isn't it 8?
yeah, it's
You do
8.
your bachelor's and then
and then just
Mhm.
4 more
do-
years. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Hmm?
they are
Oh.
they are
It's not.
doctors.
Mm-hmm.
We got El Douche coming
Uh-oh.
in. Hold on a second.
He loves coming on
It's
the
a-
podcast.
Doucher. You're on the podcast. Say hi to the people.
What's going on?
He's so douchey. I love him.
I
Hey.
feel like you should have said hi, people.
Hey, you should. We told your story about your birthday, where you where you were head bobbing at the strip club.
I was fucked up, man.
Don't worry, buddy. I can't handle it when Trish makes me drinks either.
Hey, are you currently working on some top secret army stuff that you can tell the people, not tell the people?
I'm going next door to the bar, try to kill a couple pitchers.
All right. Well,
That's perfect. I think that is top secret.
well, you're gonna
Sounds army-ish.
not be driving home, I'm guessing.
Working out.
Huh?
No, sir. No car to drive.
Well, all right.
Fire department, sir.
What's that?
What?
No, I'm sorry.
It's talking to somebody else.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You're on the fucking show here, talking to people,
We love you,
thousands
Carlos.
of people. We'll say I love you, Dad.
Say I love you, Dad.
Right.
This is my favorite part of their whole relationship. Say I love you, Dad. You're a douchebag. Say I love you, Dad.
The other day, he's having some big questions that like I forget what it was he was talking about, and then I was like, "All right, man, but you sucking your dicks today?" He goes, "No." Are you going to? He goes, "No, Dad. That'd be a bad day."
Yeah.
Well, good job, sir. Say I love you, Dad. You got to bring it back to
Yeah.
basics.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
How did that start?
What?
Say I love you, Dad.
Oh, that's because that's what he would. When he was little, I would say that to him on the phone. I would go, "Hey, say I love you, Dad." He goes,
Yeah.
"Say I love you, Dad." That's what he would just repeat it like a big idiot. You don't have the smarts.
Yeah. My thing with Tegan is I love you more, love you most. And then we kiss, bye. But every time we go to the phone, the same
I'm
thing.
gonna tell you, man, it's funny as shit. I've caught him a couple times where he goes, "Oh, say I love you, Dad." Just like he's a big idiot, the man of habits. So man, but yeah, we are gonna have our own school.
Yeah.
That's great.
And we'll be able to do, different things. And it's pretty cool because I feel that we still have a lot to give the industry. You know what I mean? And I think the school legitimizes a lot of the other stuff that we do. And I mean, I want to, in a sense, I kind of miss it, too. You teach paramedic school for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And, I miss being able to intervene right at the beginning, so.
But we still have to keep accreditation.
Yeah. So we're going to keep it.
Yep.
What do you mean by that? Exactly.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
saying that you generally don't like it when people half-ass things. And,
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's not going to be okay in any of our classes.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you better bring your A game.
Yeah.
You better bring your A game.
You better bring your your A game.
You're not going to pass if you don't bring your A game.
No, and we'll still
And you shouldn't.
we'll still give everybody the opportunity, to be out there and earn it and do everything that we can do to help somebody. But at the end of the day, you got to still earn it, man.
Right.
I feel like that should be with everything.
And accreditation now, there's a lot of things right now with the paramedicine that
What is she making?
well, that was the shot that was
It's the one from earlier.
Okay.
so paramedics
Want it?
is a hot topic right now,
Right.
in our state. First pass success rate, all that stuff.
We're very concerned about it.
And the reality is you got to look at Mr. Bill McGrath brought something up that was pretty interesting. Is that the placement is the biggest thing. The medic that goes through school is useless without a medic job.
Right.
Right. So let's look at placement, because the ones that do pass the test end up being placed within a certain period of time.
Right.
So right now you can't find paramedics out there.
No, you can't. Yeah.
There's a lot of freaking jobs not filled because we're sitting there looking for medics.
Yep.
So that's the biggest thing. So hopefully we'll be able to help that problem.
Right.
Hopefully we'll be able to help this first pass success rate issue.
I think that's a huge thing. Like in the place that I allegedly work, we go with the lowest bid. We go with the lowest cost school because that's all we care about. We don't care about the person that has to take it 6, 7, 8 times or whatever the maximum is. We don't care about that. We don't care that they have to go through P4 or half of the class again. We don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
We care that at the beginning we were saving $500 because they went to a
Yeah, but if you
school.
keep
Yeah.
redoing the semesters, you're actually costing more money.
Right.
But the other
Yeah, that's what I'm
reason
saying.
why we do that in the specific place
be
that we're
inclusive?
talking about? No.
Oh.
Hold on, everybody ready for it?
Put your seatbelts on.
Mhm.
I love this. I heard this.
Because that's how we've always done it.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Always, always.
Are we
I
gonna have
do
this
find it. I do find it interesting. Here we
Yeah.
go.
There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
There we go. Oh, that's cool. That's good.
Mhm.
What the-
Oh yeah. I tasted it a little bit that time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's still good though.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's good, but I still can't do a whole shot.
So,
You can. You just choose not.
woo. So you know what's interesting though? I find that when you are not allowing people to go to different schools, you're gonna get, and not every school meets everybody's needs.
Right. True.
You know, and I guess a lot of places tie the amount of time you can be off to go to school to what school you go to.
Yes.
Which is not fair.
That is
That's not fucking fair.
specifically
That's not fair.
where I am. They're like, oh, you go. Not only will we'll pay for you, but we'll make sure you
pay
have some
you.
time off. But if you go anywhere else, it's on you.
So,
which is
so how is
That's
that?
shitty.
How is that
Yeah.
not like a kickbacks or something going back to whoever's making those decisions?
yeah.
Sounds like
You-
there
I
is.
wonder.
You know, like that's the.
It-
I have a problem with that shit.
It wasn't always like that. It's just recently became that way. You know.
You know, I know that there's places where people may allegedly. What you doing there?
We made boobs.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. There's maybe places where people allegedly bought laryngoscopes for their department, and then weeks later, we'll say that this place rhymes with Orlando, and like weeks later, the people responsible for purchasing stuff said laryngoscopes were on cruises.
Oh,
Oh,
Just out there
wow.
cruising away.
yeah.
I like cruises.
Same thing happened allegedly with bunker
I
gear.
don't.
I don't
Oh.
work there anymore, so
Oh.
I can say this.
I do like
So,
the Caribbean though.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
bunker gear purchases. Hey, this is not the gear that the committee picked.
Yeah. Right.
But then
Yeah.
the gear gets bought, and then all of a sudden, same
Those-
alleged people
those
are on
same
cruise
administration
ships again.
people.
Just out there. Hey,
I like doing that.
know,
Hey,
We
I'm
met a
like-
girl one time that sold fire stuff.
we
Yeah,
fed a girl.
We met a girl.
Oh, met a girl.
I
Oh,
love how
yeah.
Trish hears like half a word and then screams the half word she hears.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, oh, what?
We fed a girl.
Hi.
Well, that's what I thought you said. I was
like,
like, that sounds weird.
I mean,
love it so
usually
much.
if people show up around here, we do feed them.
We do feed them.
I fed y'all earlier.
Yes,
Mm,
it was
that's
amazing.
So, but yeah, it's so fucking corrupt, the shit. Like the school business is corrupt.
Mhm.
And that's hey, listen, like we may not have a lot, but the one thing we do have is pride and fucking our dignity, and we're not gonna fucking give that shit away for anything.
Yep.
There's no amount of money that'll make you sell. I'm not gonna sell my soul for shit.
Right.
No.
So fuck that.
Yep.
You know, I have to
It's-
tell you, we got one of the best compliments at our coldest water class the other day. We were in St. Augustine.
Oh, it was freezing.
The guy running the pool. The water was cold.
Yeah. it
Those
was.
people were in rough shape.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got him out. We warmed him up, and then we got to the point we knew better than to put him back in.
Yeah.
We did the right thing.
Yep.
But the guy that was working there was so invested in watching what we were doing. He pulled me to the side at the end and he's like, I have to tell you, I have worked with so many agencies and departments doing different types of training and whatever. He goes, you guys are so organized, but above that, I've never seen people so focused on the safety of the people that they're training,
Which is
Yeah, man.
which is
Cra-
amazing. This
it's
guy
crazy,
had
but-
never met us. He didn't know us from
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
And he, that was the one thing that like he focused on and he saw
Wow.
above everything else is that we cared about those people and their safety.
Yeah, it was a good class too, man.
It was. That was a great
put
class.
out they put out a lot, man. I'm telling you, that plus 60-degree water, brother.
Oh,
yeah.
That
For-
shit was
For a
cold.
while.
they
Yeah.
were literally popsicles.
That shit was cold, man.
Yep.
And
It did make for a fun locker room though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. it
I
was.
learned a lot about people in there.
I was
Yeah.
very, very
So-
sad that I was in the water and I couldn't go in the locker room.
So, Jason,
Well, don't be a creep.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Which
a
locker room were
professional.
you going to go in?
I'm a professional.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, so's
So-
the other guy.
so let me ask you this, Jason, because like I don't know where we keep these on the van, so that's what I want to know.
Okay.
So
right.
where, like, all of a sudden during our water egress class, people were in the locker room. they-
Eagles.
Yeah, egress. Sorry.
Whatever.
I've had a few. So the girls' locker room. Hot showers are going.
Yeah.
You know, getting people
Hot.
Yeah, hot
from
showers.
Steamy.
no
Some people are
hypothermia.
naked.
Right.
You know, people are getting naked. Rebecca's
Oh.
in there, safety person.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
Stripping them down.
Stripping them down. Where do we keep the coconut oil and pillows?
Okay, so if you're on the looking
At the
in
van.
at the van, you're in the
Yeah.
side door.
Yeah.
All right. You go 2 steps in,
Oh yeah.
you reach up into the middle of the cubby,
Yeah.
and it's in a bag.
I mean,
It's in one of the black
Amanda
bags.
came out. She's got feathers all over herself. She got coconut oil. I'm like, what the fuck's going on in that fucking locker room? People's boobies are being felt up. I was like, this is some shit.
Damn,
Man.
I missed
I
it.
found
I know.
rings.
Yeah.
You found what?
There were some people that had their nipples pierced.
Well,
and I-
yes.
Oh, I
You
don't
had
know
your
what-
shirt off in there?
Allegedly.
No, not me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Allegedly.
I don't know anything about that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but you know, just some cool shit happened in the shower. You know,
It's always a good time.
TRC one. Was
Listen,
great.
that class had more females than males,
Yeah, man, that was crazy. Bunch of women.
Good.
and they were
Yeah.
some badass women.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna tell you this. It was the greatest. Like, just waking up the dog over there is great. So one of the coolest things is like the the people there. It happens in every air medical class. You'll go from, you know, we're straight up business. You know, like doing some, you know, and then all of a sudden, the degenerate shit just pops up.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, and then business time starts again. People back to business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like a walking mullet. You know what I mean? You know, just business party.
Business in the front, party in the
Business.
back.
It's like the picture, the video of my cup I sent to Bill the other
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
The front of it has Braxton College, so I said it's like a
Institution.
mullet, party in the or business
Yeah.
in the front,
Yeah.
and the back had our sticker on it, so
Oh,
party
yeah.
in the back.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's you know, it's one of those you know, we're so it's right now we're in contract to be an institution of higher learning. We literally started this in a garage.
Yeah.
This is fucking funny as shit. It was me and my other dude just hanging out. We're like,
right.
and we thought it was cool when we got like an off like our own office. There wasn't at a you know, when Jason was moving his school.
Mhm.
We go, oh, man, maybe we should get our own office. So he actually, you know, took me to the MLRC.
Yeah.
And introduced me. So we thought it was cool as shit when we went to like we got one of those rubber band balls.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh,
at
yeah.
Staples. We're like, dude, we got a rubber band ball and pens. Like and notepads.
I remember when we did that.
Yeah. And then we sat there at the desk and like, what do we do? You know, that's what we did.
It's time for lunch.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah. We did have a businessman lunch once or twice.
Tacos today?
Well, that's when we used to
Tacos
just go
or
to strip
strippers?
club.
Not that
Which
kind
one?
of business.
Yeah, so we used to go
I
to
said
strip club.
tacos or strippers.
Oh yeah,
The second one.
yeah.
Sure is
It
what
depends
it was.
on the time limit
Yes.
allotted for lunch.
Yeah.
Sometimes we really only have time to like go to the taco place.
Oh, yeah.
'cause It's like a half mile.
Yeah.
Yes.
But other times,
Yeah, we could do whatever, you know. You know, we'll see. We don't want to plan too much. Keep something in our back pocket. Won't say no.
I mean,
But you know,
You
the
know,
best part is
but
that
people think we're organized. And
Yeah. Right. That is the bit. that is
me
one
and
of the best
Josh
parts.
would go places and teach and come back with debt. You know, be
Yeah.
broke.
Right.
And and then we went to go teach with Robbie.
oh,
Oh, the best part is the first time I went to go teach with little hands Corey. And and let's just say that a girl with one leg got done.
Oh.
That was the second time, I think.
Dude, it was the best fucking Corey story ever.
I did
I'm gonna
hear
tell
about
this
it.
on the podcast because this is great.
Oh my God.
So me and Corey
Here we go.
we're teaching allegedly at this
Somewhere down south.
south, and me and Corey are sharing a room.
oh,
What?
Yeah, we were sharing a room. That's what
Oh, yeah.
and this, you know, one person they had just met that day, calls and like wants to come over and hang out with him. And I said, listen, man,
You got to get your own room.
I will get my own room and I will pay for this room only if you make her take her false leg off while you do it. And he's like, deal. And I'd be a monkey's uncle if he didn't knock on my door, we're holding the leg like this.
There's
And I
something wrong with both of you,
And I go, I can't ever fire this man.
and you haven't.
And I haven't.
I've tried.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
It's been close.
I mean, I think we have fired him several times. We
Yeah.
just haven't actually told him.
Hey,
doesn't count.
the man was holding the girl's leg. I mean, that's a legitimate right there. That really happened. And now we're an institution of higher learning.
And then we can do the finishing school stuff still.
Yes, we still.
I mean,
gonna
I
do our
can
own
walk
stuff.
with a book on my head
Yes.
in heels.
Well,
Yeah,
how long has it been?
I can still do it. Give me a book.
Oh yes, I am a model.
Mm.
Yeah, I
I can
believe
do
it.
it. And I even know to put my pinky out.
Yes, there you go.
I know to sit with my legs crossed at the ankle, not at the knee.
Yes, like this.
Listen, I was pageant girl too.
I wasn't.
I can do the wave.
Never.
Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist. Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist.
Okay.
What the
Anyway,
So, but yeah, so that company, same company now,
Mm-hmm.
but an institution of higher learning.
We also volunteered to be part of the health and wellness committee for the state.
Yes, yes. Buddy's going to Washington to talk about health and wellness
I'm so excited. There's tunnels.
and talking about business up there.
That too. We're going to EMS on the Hill.
Yes,
I am taking my secret weapon expert
yes.
to navigate the way
locked and
through there.
loaded.
Which is
Like-
the female sergeant at arms. Yeah.
Like she knows secret doors and shit,
Well,
Yeah.
that woman's full
so
of
that we
all
can
kinds
get
of
the
skills.
most amount of time with the political people that we need.
Good.
And like which ones to go to. Like she knows all of that.
That's fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
She's actually going there next week for her own.
Oh.
We're gonna be a school of learned people.
Yeah.
We are.
Yep.
Me and Johnny Hopkins, and Sloan Kettering. We used to burn that shit up back in the day. You know, so but speaking about mental health, and we always
Oh.
bring this up, it's an important thing. Paramedic shortage, right, leads to the mandatory overtimes.
Mhm.
You know, and we've been seeing a lot of these things. The burnout is fucking at
Crazy.
the edge right now. Like people don't see it. It's right fucking there.
I
It's
think it's that way for a lot of health.
every fucking healthcare person is feeling it
Yeah.
because you don't have enough.
No.
And it's not coming out in ways that we historically have seen burnout.
No,
No,
it's
not-
it's right. It's so fucking palpable. You can feel it.
Mhm.
It's mood changing,
Yeah.
and it's just fucking the
Scary.
worst that we've ever seen.
Altering. Yeah, it's
And you got to look at it. Jason's got 20 some odd years in the industry. Babe, you got 20 some odd years in the industry.
Yep.
Man, you've been, like 15 some odd years around like the
Mhm.
stuff, right? We've never seen it like this.
No.
And there isn't a fucking old time or anybody that can say that they've seen it this bad.
no, it's bad.
It's bad.
You had a conversation with Jason Marquez today. We were talking about the people that being, the 3-year contract of going to medic school.
Mm.
Jason, what do you think about that?
Well, I have mixed feelings about it because you want to get your guys to go to that next level. You want to fill those positions, like you want to make sure that you have more paramedics there. You want to, I don't know what it's like to have 5 medics on a truck with me. Or on a scene. I don't know what that's like. It's 2 people. One of them is a medic, and there might be another one coming up.
In like
that's
30
it.
minutes.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So, having some type of requirement is nice. Now, making it that short of a time frame, maybe not. But anybody getting hired in that position knows while they're going in, that is what they're required to do.
Eventually, you have to do it.
They know. It's not like you get hired and they're dropping it on you like, hey, okay, now you got to be a medic. It's not like that.
Jason, Marquez, his thing on it was really fucking awesome. The way he presented it wasn't. You think you own a medic school? You think from your aspect is like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. You're gonna then eventually everybody's coming to school, but that wasn't the aspect he presented it from. He was like, at the end of the day, at 4 years, that EMT firefighter, how useful is that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then, what are you gonna do? Like, do you punish the medic because he was a paramedic, and there's avenues he can't go,
right? Because
he's a paramedic and you're needed on that rescue.
Yeah.
And that EMT tends to benefit from that the whole time, and
true.
It's like,
and
I get it.
And they're
That's a
guys
great
that
point.
so they actually had to stipulate that once you were hired from a certain point on, there was like a cutoff date that you were no longer allowed to go back down to an EMT. That's like you weren't allowed to do that. You had to stay as a medic. And there were probably like 5 people. Oh, great.
What happened?
Can I mess it up?
I think so.
What happened?
Chickadee. Chick.
I can still hear you.
I didn't hear you.
Okay. There it goes.
Sorry.
All right. So where was I going with that?
Well, there's people that are
Sorry.
still medics that you know, but here's the thing, man. Like the medic that drops his patch because they don't want to be on the rescue truck or some shit like that. Go fuck yourself.
They drop their patches for stupid fucking reasons.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Go fuck yourself.
Let's
man.
not we there's a lot of stupid reasons, but I think one of the things that we need to kind of transition to is rather than calling the things that they think are stupid, we really need to kind of help them be able to overcome them, because the generation now has not necessarily been taught how to cope with a lot of things, and
Yeah, it's
we
ribbon,
have to. It was ribbons for
participation.
everybody.
You're the
And
greatest.
we have to be able to teach them how to cope with things and be able to get them the therapy that they need. And
Yeah.
a lot of people can't handle different things. I was actually like sitting in the emergency department, had to pick up an extra patient because one of the nurses had a code and the patient didn't make it. And they were like, she's going to go take a break. And I was like, what?
Yo,
Like
yeah.
the old nurse in me was like, what the fuck do you mean?
Shake it off.
Like,
right?
yeah, shake
Take
it off. Like,
'cause
you
there's
the way it
another
is.
one.
you signed up for this. Like, I can't tell you how many times like we've taken a code, and then as soon as that room is empty, I get another one.
Mhm.
And then whenever we empty that room, I get another one. But not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
And
Even
maybe
the
we do
people-
need to give them some time to
Maybe.
kind of process things, and so maybe they don't burn out as fast.
Even the
Maybe
people that think they could do it don't do it.
Yeah.
Like I could tell you that I relive the calls.
yeah, you do.
You know what I mean? I'm sitting in my sleep, man. You know, and I couldn't tell you what the fuck I'm dreaming about. But there's obviously a reason why I don't sleep like I should be sleeping.
We
Yeah.
were talking about this the
You-
other
you-
night.
You know, it's like we relive it, man. You're fucking in it, and it's like even if you physically out here don't seem like it bothering you, it is fucking you up.
And it's across the board.
Which
It's
is why therapy
doctors,
is important.
it's nurses, it's paramedics, it's EMTs. And I don't normally go this route, but it's also your dispatchers. It's
Oh, yeah.
the people on the other side of the phone.
Absolutely.
Because I can tell you, yes, you have
It's got to be
all-
horrible
you
to
have
hear
all
them.
watched someone die. I
You hear it.
actually heard a man begging me for help, and I heard him take his last breath.
Man.
Yeah.
I
And there's
heard
not
it.
a fucking thing you can do about
I
it.
could do nothing but sit there and wait and listen to an open phone line now because
Oh man.
he was
That
done
gives me the
breathing.
fucking
Yeah.
gives me the things.
And then
Yeah.
10 minutes later, somebody finally shows up
Oh,
because
shit.
it was a busy day.
Yeah.
And guess what? The first thing they do? No code, no vitals.
Yep. Fuck.
That guy was talking to me,
Yeah. That's gotta be-
begging me
that's
to
gotta be
help
amazing.
him.
You ever had
That
that?
shit doesn't go away.
You ever had
No.
the person in the fire? I can imagine that's got to be one of the worst things ever. Somebody trapped in a house fire, talking to the dispatcher.
I have personally had that now.
Like there's a call out there, and if you can find it, Jason, is one of those things. It's a Polk County. It's a Polk
Okay.
County fire, where the person is on the phone with the dispatcher. And every time I hear this, I get this. It just jumped through my head. I've heard it several times, and it's God, it gives me a sick feeling because that lady is just trying to do everything she can to keep this man calm.
You know, one of the things I will say is that I do fully agree that your job is hard out there. And yes, it is more physically demanding and it's more physically hard on your body and your mental health and whatever because you're actually seeing it. But for the people that are sitting behind the phone and can't see anything and never get to see the outcome, we never get the end. It's just it's hard in a different way, but it's equally as
Absolutely.
hard. However, their jobs for the longest time were not considered
High risk.
high risk
Yeah.
They
Is it-
should
is
be.
it considered-
until they started killing themselves.
Is it considered now though?
it is now within the last 2 years. And it's
I'm
because
amazed.
of the amount of people fighting for it due to health problems. Like your sleep schedule causes health problems. Sitting in a chair for 12 hours causes you health problems. The stress of it, like it is stressful.
Yes.
And you get bad calls and you get, bullshit calls and just like you guys.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, I always wondered if some of them would have been less stressful and a little bit easier if I could have actually seen it with my own eyes.
You got the closure.
But instead, all you ever get to do is hear it.
Yeah.
And you
I
only
couldn't do
hear
that.
part of it.
I couldn't do it.
Like I heard that man take his last breath.
Yeah.
And
I
I will
couldn't do it.
never forget that sound.
Could not do it.
And there's nothing after that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what he looks like. I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
Don't know his family. I don't know if he had family. I don't know. But it's
lately the bad care has been one of those things that's been getting to me. Because I
Yeah.
think that the burnout we're leading to like the mediocre person doing the bare minimum that somebody could do.
it is.
And
I have
what they
seen
do.
that with oh, this is super loud. I've seen that with brand new people though,
Yeah.
like grad nurses
But I
that are already burnt out. Where is that coming from?
wonder if that comes from the fact that they are being taught and trained by the burnt out person.
Yeah.
Could
So
be.
you're passing on, you're not
That
training
okay,
somebody.
that attitude that's
Yes.
okay, and it's fucking not.
Mediocrity is acceptable.
No.
And
Right.
I can tell you just in my own experiences, I've heard or seen people being trained or taught something, and you actually hear somebody say, the person training them, you say, well, this is how you're supposed to do it, but this is the way we do it.
Yeah.
Because it's less steps and because it's easier and because it's,
Yeah.
it's hurry up, like for us, hurry up and get off the phone so you can answer the phone line that's ringing or whatever. Well, sometimes people need more time.
Yeah. We were
And
talking about that earlier.
We were talking about that earlier. I was working
Sometimes-
not too long ago where I think a nurse got a little irritated with me for taking a little bit too long with a patient that was
You found it?
dying.
But sometimes people need time.
Yeah.
They just need time.
You
And
know,
If you're that one that can give them just a little bit of extra time, or it's no different than like when I was at the elementary school. Sometimes you had these kids that were just horribly behaved, like bad kids. They were mean, they were hateful. You know what their problem was?
They didn't get enough attention.
They weren't loved.
Yeah.
They need a hug.
And the second you give them compassion and empathy and you show them that there is such a thing as love and caring, they come down about 10 notches.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's no different when you guys are with patients or when you're on the phone with somebody calling 911. You know what? It might be stupid to you that they called 911, but it's maybe the worst thing that's ever happened to them in their whole life.
I always had that attitude going to calls. I would go to calls and it's like, man, and at the end of the day, you got to think when I lived in my car when I got that job. And to me, to be paid the amount of money they were giving me to go on calls and do that shit was unbelievable. Like, I'm like, y'all gonna give me how much? And to be retired at 38 years old from that whole thing, to me is amazing. Like, I'm like, man,
You have a
all
whole
I had-
life left.
yeah, all I had to do was show up here for 20 years and then they let you leave and they pay you more money to not show up.
And you
I'm
didn't
like-
even have to show up every day.
No,
Like,
it was amazing to me. Like,
really,
I'm
they're like a third of the month.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the fuck out of the job, and it still has its scars and it still has the beatings that
Yeah.
it gives you, and
But would you trade it?
no, absolutely not. I would still do the same shit and make the same bad choices. And
I
same
would too.
stuff. And
And I
yeah,
think
'cause-
a lot of that is lost with the newest generation of people that are coming in. They don't have that.
there's no patience.
No, and there's no core of like your being. Like I've said it before to you guys, like you and Jason and other people that we know that have been in the industry for a long time. That's who you are. You are a fireman. You are a nurse. Like,
Yeah.
it's who you are. Even if you go to paramedic school, even if you become a teacher, even if you become a voodoo specialist, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you are a nurse. You care about people. You know how to treat people. That's what you are.
And I don't know if the new generation coming through isn't the same. Do they have the same level of commitment? I think they may be just a tad bit smarter than we are.
I do think
And I
that.
think they're a tad bit smarter than they are. I think they value
Their quality of life.
yeah, their quality of life. And I think that tradition at times where it has its values,
Yeah.
it's
hurt you.
it could fucking kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But then, like, you see, so for instance, what brought this topic up was Marion County.
Marion County.
They
Yeah.
lost 2 young
Yeah.
firefighters
Absolutely.
within 4 to 6 weeks of each other.
Yep.
So if the newer generation is smarter because they're not following those traditions and they're not allowing that overwhelming commitment to the job,
So we're
what is
talking,
happening?
We're talking a lot about that, but we're not actually doing it yet.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
what's happening?
I don't know what we're fucking doing. I don't know
We're
why.
we're not helping them at the beginning like we need to, in my
Right.
opinion. Like in my opinion, I really think that we need to this is just my opinion. I really think that we need to make some sort of therapy mandatory. And I think that needs to start in school.
Mhm.
And I think that that's probably the only way we're going to be able to partially fix things. Like you have to have a place that you can decompress, and you have to have a place that is safe for that. And whether it be peer groups, whether it be, my favorite craniosacral therapy or voodoo, whatever, or talk therapy or
Anything.
whatever works for you. Like something has to be mandatory for first responders. I personally think that everybody should get therapy, regardless of whether or not you're a first responder. But I definitely think first responders have to do it, even if you don't want to.
And that type of change, though, is where tradition is bad.
Yes.
Yes.
Because tradition says,
suck it up,
move on to the next patient.
Yep.
There's another one. You don't get to be sad.
And I felt
Bury
that,
that shit.
I felt that for a minute, not
Bury
too
it.
long ago. And then I was like, what the fuck?
Wait.
Like I even had to check myself.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like maybe that person does need a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe we would have less burnout
Yes.
if you were able to decompress and
If
be like,
you were able to do take the breaks and
Yeah.
do the things you were
But
supposed
one of the
to.
solutions to that
like
problem,
somebody lost their life. Maybe we should take a second.
We should take.
maybe
a
you
fucking
should take
minute.
a second. Like maybe I shouldn't have answered the next call when that guy took the last breath and kept working for another 8 hours.
Yeah.
Because that shit has stuck with me.
Yeah.
And that's been years.
Absolutely.
I held
Yeah.
a baby
But
when she took her last breath.
right, like you don't get past that. But one of the biggest problems of being able to get
I wouldn't
past
change
that.
holding her for. I wouldn't change.
Well,
it.
no, because she was held and she, I
Yeah.
imagine that obviously we know you're full of life and love. So I truthfully couldn't imagine anyone better to be holding me in my last breath. Like you're the
She's
most
also-
alive person I've ever known in my whole life.
She's also allegedly may have some semen in her right now.
Oh,
What?
I don't know.
All right. Anyways,
Quite sure what that has to do with anything.
I was gonna loop this
She
whole
said it
thing
was
back
full of
around.
Go ahead.
life. Yeah.
I'm gonna loop this whole thing back
All right.
around and say that part of the reason that you can't give people the time that they need is because there are not enough people.
Correct.
Yes.
But if we start treating people the way they need to be treated, maybe we'll get more.
It's a vicious circle.
Yeah.
It's
Me and you sent a meeting the other day where all these chiefs are trying to figure out how to get people into the job.
yeah,
Because
because they can't keep
At
them.
the current
No,
rate, we
you
don't
can't
have
keep 'em.
enough people showing up to get hired for these jobs.
No.
I'm gonna tell you this: the state is changing their retirement. In the way the state's changing their retirement. I mean, I don't think Jason even knows this.
I don't know anything.
The state,
The last time, all I know is fucking last time the state changed its retirement, I had
Yep.
to pay more into it.
and it went up to the amount of years.
Yeah.
Now it's
Exactly.
going
They
back
get to
to
work longer
now-
and pay more.
now it's going back to 20 or 25. So like the reality is that you're gonna have a mass exodus,
It's
Yeah,
going
in the
back to
state.
20 to 25, and you'll still get health insurance.
and you get the health insurance.
N- Not doesn't matter how old you are,
Yeah.
right?
But is that starting now? Like
That's
if
gonna
you get
change.
hired now?
I think it's like
not
Well,
not
no,
if you're already working.
no, it's gonna change for everybody's already
it's
working.
changing for everybody in current and new, future, incoming, whatever.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
I think it's like past the first thing and it's at the second I'm really
Yeah,
bad at
wow.
this part, but like
Yeah,
it's at the
yeah,
second
that's what
thing
I-
where it just has to be signed.
Okay.
You know, here's the thing, man. The reality is that the older you are and the older you leave, the more expensive you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And and people stay for, and I challenge.
Not only
people.
that, they get more chronic diseases.
Yeah,
So, like,
Yeah.
if you start younger, then you'll finish younger. You're not going to have as many chronic diseases. You're not going to cost the state as much money.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why they should get them young.
You know, speaking of getting sicker and whatever, this is kind of unrelated, but a little bit related. I had a really weird thing the other day happen.
Mhm.
So we came down here and dropped off the van to you because you need
Yeah.
it for next week. So Jason was
Yeah.
getting all of his gear out of the van.
Yeah.
He put it all in my car.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I was terrified of having it in there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Like I had to go pick up my kids from school with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, like what are we breathing?
I'm going
Like,
to get cancer.
I-
from
I
this
don't
5
want any
minutes.
fires. I don't want any fires. It's fine.
Yeah.
I know, but like that, it's still that
Literally.
like,
You got
Nothing.
to. You basically got to talk to this lieutenant that talks about how much that shit breaks down just sitting in light.
yes.
Yeah.
You sit that thing in light, and there is chemicals in firefighters now. Whether
they've
you're
never-
whether you're the
they've
person,
never
the,
seen
the
before.
1 year
Right.
guy to
Yeah.
anything, there's chemicals that show up in firefighters now that nobody
They don't even know what
has
they are.
ever seen in humans before. And
They're like, I
it's
know
the
what
gear,
this is.
man.
Can we
It's the
dissect
gear.
this to see what it is?
And then there's more education about it and what it's causing, and you're learning more about the breakdowns. I remember a time 9 years ago, he'd put his gear in my car, or I'd be in the car that his gear was in, and it was like a pride thing. Like I was proud. I was like, oh yeah, look, I got my fireman's gear in my car. Like, you know,
Yeah.
When
No, I
video
don't.
of
now
you
I'm
wearing
like,
it.
can
Yeah.
you get the fuck out of here? Yeah, I have a video of me in it, like fully masked and everything, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. It's
And
not,
that was when he did go to fire.
so I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
man, like, I put that shit in the car and then it's in a bag when I put it in my car. And then I take it out, I put it back in that bag, and as soon as I can take that shit out, I take it out.
Mhm.
But it's the same thing with the flight suit. The flight suit is the same material.
Yep.
But you think about these
The
things.
jet fuel
Yeah.
in those flight
Oh,
suits
oh.
are
Yeah.
You think about
not-
this shit. And then back to my
But-
original
But
thought.
then some place. Oh, sorry.
Back to my original thought here, real quick, before you interrupt. There was the drop.
I should probably.
The
not say
drop
what-
is the freaking killer of firemen.
Ugh.
The drop will kill you fire. You got an older fucking dude still in there. You don't have 65-year-old Navy SEALs, do you?
Right.
No.
No.
You know what I'm
No.
saying? You
No.
got a dude sitting in a truck still fucking going out, getting up at fucking midnight, dying of a heart attack and shit.
Mhm.
For what? For I'm gonna have $300,000 in this account.
Yeah.
You never will spend it.
Well, I don't
And-
know.
and you know-
like,
and you know
if
what-
it-
you know
the
what
way
else?
it was before with the insurance, it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
You will
But now,
never,
if you're going to get it,
Yeah, that's a big.
yeah, you will
game
like
changer.
that's going to be huge
you
for
will
everybody.
never spend it. That money.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Most
matter.
of them never spend it.
You'll never spend it. Your expectancy that how many years you're gonna live
5.
after 5 years.
Yeah.
You're gonna die in
Yeah.
that 5 years. And guess what? You know who gets that money when you don't spend it?
the
Nobody.
the new boyfriend,
No,
the new husband.
No.
The state
The
does.
state,
The
the
state
back.
keeps
The
Oh,
state gets
really?
your money
Yeah.
back, baby.
It doesn't go to the family.
No,
No.
fuck no. Most of that money doesn't go to family. Most retirements don't fucking pass on to the family, brother.
Oh,
Because this is the trick that they're gonna give you when you go to sit for your retirement. I didn't realize this till I went and sat there for my retirement. When I sat there for when they did the numbers, they gave me 2 sets of numbers.
Right.
Here's a number. Here's what you get every month when you leave here. And it's fuck, that's a lot more money than I get take home now.
hmm
And then here's the money if you want to leave it to somebody.
way less.
Different prices.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
2 different prices. It's way less.
Yeah.
But why the fuck would you take the less money? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's
Right.
like, and then like at that point in time when I leveled, me and it's me and Trish, right? And we're
Mhm.
not even married yet, and I couldn't leave that to her. I couldn't leave it to my son. I'm like, so
Right
at the
now,
end of the
like
day,
you're really fucked.
but she would have been fucked anyways because she
Right.
only gets 2 years of money.
Right.
Only 2
You only
years.
get it for 2 years.
Mhm.
So
What's that?
and that's our pension, the private thing. So
Yeah.
what I'm telling
Yeah,
you
but
is
you
this.
guys had to have a really
Yeah.
good pension.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, man, reality is, bro, is that live
I'm gonna
for
keep
as
you alive
long
forever.
as you fucking can. And the only way you do that is by getting the fuck out of there as soon as you can. I see guys that I got hired with that I
Oh,
go,
yeah.
fuck. I see guys that still work. I ran into a guy at Fire East the other day
Mhm.
on the street, and I love him to death, named Walt Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Walt's a great chief. He's been around. He puts a lot of himself into it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw him and he's, I just got promoted and all this, I'm like, you're still there? I'm like, I'm fucking shocked.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I met Walt when I was 13 years old as an explorer at the Orlando Fire Department.
Wow.
As Walt is a firefighter there at Orlando Fire Department.
Oh, wow.
Do the fucking math.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's too long.
Do the math, dude.
That's
Yeah.
way too long.
Why are you still here, man? You know what? Go enjoy it, bro. Go fucking enjoy it. There's a whole life out here. People go, man, you still work all the goddamn time. I work all the goddamn time on my own shit now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I see,
Yeah.
I still allegedly give time to, local
Certain
helicopter.
places.
Yeah, around here. So, but, I still put my time in and do what I got to do.
Yeah.
But, here's the goddamn thing, man. It's like, you got to go at some point. I cherish the opportunity when I get to go to the wonderful people of City of Lake Mary that let me go there and ride on that truck and I run
Mhm.
calls.
Oh, did I tell you I saw Fortes the other day?
Yeah. And see what I'm talking about? This is why things last so long.
He visited San Francisco. We talked about that.
Oh,
Well, awesome. Well, you want to stop and talk about it now? Or
If you'd
just
like,
tell you?
we can.
Well, here's the thing, man. You know why I took the job? To stop the mandatory overtimes. For
Right.
people.
Yes. And I'm
keep-
sure the guys actually really
keep the
helped
people
that,
to keep the people from having to show up,
Yeah.
fucking time after time after time again.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's crazy, man. It is crazy. You can't find people out there now to do the job that's the greatest job ever.
Yeah.
Like the Miami-Dades and the Palm Beaches probably still have the people that show up, thousands of them. But
Yeah.
City of Orlando ain't got fucking people showing up. But the Orlando Fire Department,
Yeah.
like not
It's
getting
crazy.
the guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how the fuck is that? And like, I can only imagine at the county of Lakes how that happens over there.
Well,
know?
we just hired some people, but the thing is, we're just a revolving door. Unless that person has some type of a commitment to us there, in Lake County, they're not going to stay. They're not going to stay there. They're going to go to another department. They're going to get move on. We're just a stepping stone, and that's just basically how it is, and it's how it's been. But we just hired, or there's a new hire class going right now that's got like 15
Mhm.
of them in there. So it's
Let me
nice
ask
to
you,
have them, but
what made you stay? What made you stay as long as you've been there?
well, I mean, I've got like 4 more years for me to get to my 25. Before I can't leave before that, otherwise I lose my ass. But I'm just thinking about it, like if I don't have insurance when I leave, and I had to pay the Cobra or whatever the hell it is, it's ridiculous for a whole family. It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna
So-
tell you this though. Like, what is it losing your ass? What do you mean losing your ass? What's going on?
Well, I would assume that it would cost like $3,000 a month or so for insurance
No, it doesn't.
for a whole family.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay,
Not
well,
quite that much.
close.
I
mean,
mean, when I was looking, it was between 1,000 and 1,500.
Now, but do they calculate? Is it like life insurance where they look at your age and stuff like
Nah,
that?
man.
They don't.
It
it's not
really,
like that?
it's honestly something. Amanda said at the meeting when I brought
And
this
here's
up
the other thing,
other
like
day.
I've also looked at it as far as being a company, like
Yeah.
what is it going to cost for us to start providing insurance for our employees?
Mhm.
And it's not close to that.
Oh,
And,
really?
and here's the thing, Jason, and Amanda was in the meeting when I brought this up the other day. We just bought a school.
Yep.
We're buying a school right now.
I promise you, one of the
Eh,
things
eh.
that we are going to mandate is therapy for everybody.
Yes. That's in there.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
the
just-
take
biggest
the time for your voodoo.
Yeah,
here's the
that's a
thing.
true story too.
I will
I'm all for it.
Let's do it now.
I think you're definitely going to be the guy. There's a lot of stuff that revolves around the success of what we do that revolves around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I get in trouble often for letting you put yourself in harm's way.
Yes. Like you were earlier today cutting trees with no
Hey,
helmet on.
Yeah.
No
it's-
chaps.
You know
know
who
what I'm
gets in
saying?
trouble for that? Me.
Yeah, You know, like
you
You
sent him
should-
the video.
if
You
you
should know
could-
better.
if you could like wear your Bolivian underwear with chat,
Yes.
cutting that off. Like
You were
And his
wearing
special
Bolivian
helmet.
underwear
No.
No, not
No.
today.
while cutting trees.
They're only meant for Bolivia.
Yes.
I don't know why she keeps bringing this up. I'm not
Yeah.
in Bolivia.
We still
I don't-
have them.
I don't believe
Yes.
you.
Uh,
I feel
Well,
like
if
you're
gonna-
probably
you know-
wearing
you
them.
know, I mean, I wouldn't throw them out if I thought I was going to go back.
Oh, I refuse. They will not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
they
not
might.
allowed to
So-
go back, or he's not allowed to wear them.
Both.
Yes.
Well, he's allowed to wear
Yeah,
them. He's
she-
not allowed to get rid of them.
What
She
do they
wants me
look
to-
like?
Oh yeah.
You've
she-
never seen the picture?
You ever
No.
see?
No.
You ever
Oh.
see Tidy?
Yeah. Trish has got to see this. You got. It's one of
Come
my
on, it's
favorite.
the trust tree. I'm not
Why-
putting it on the podcast.
Why that's not my screensaver? I don't know. But here's the thing, though. Bro.
Oh, I can't wait
I
to see it.
promise you.
One of the best pictures of
I
all
promise
time.
you. Before your 5 years is up over there,
Oh yeah, we'll
that-
give you.
that I'm gonna come to you with. This is what we have, and this is what you can do, and you can either stay here and get cancer and die, or go now.
Yeah.
And get this. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think that's the goal, because there is so much.
I would go tomorrow.
He-
I literally would stop going to work tomorrow and do this full time if I could.
Oh yeah,
But,
there's
know.
going to be that
Me
time,
too.
bro,
Yeah.
that we
Yeah.
will do it. Like,
Yeah.
and you see the
Actually,
things.
I don't really think I would.
But
No,
he's a lot
no.
closer to retiring and being able to. It's going to sound totally like mushy, but having the opportunity to come into this company has not only changed our lives by letting me come into it and having, a new family and a new place that we love, but it also made his years left in the fire department drastically change.
Oh, I got
Because
to.
now he has something else that he wants to do,
Yeah.
and he has something else to look forward to. And even though the thought of jumping out of helicopter scares the crap out of me, I also know that you guys focus everything you have on safety,
Yeah.
and you're going to do it right. And even though there's a lot of shenanigans, safety is first, no matter what. And
Once you see them jump out, you'll be like, "Oh, they'll be fine."
I mean, I've seen it on video, but it's
Yeah.
still a little like, ugh.
But like,
But
it's so
And
much.
he's a hippo in
it's
the water.
going to get him
It's
out
fine.
of
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what I have seen happen to him in the last 9 years mentally
It's
is
a
worse
beating,
than
man.
anything
It's
I've
a
ever
beating.
seen physically.
It's
Ah,
a
fix
beating,
it.
man.
It is
Because-
horrible.
Because you
know.
put your heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
And every time somebody
And then
kicks
you
in
get
the
beat
fucking
down.
balls because you
Yeah.
did what you were supposed to do, or you trying to get people to do what they're supposed to do.
Or you're trying to make it better.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like-
it beats you up. People don't like squeaky wheels in the fire service right
Nope.
now.
They don't
And
like
they-
squeaky
The
wheels
fucking
anywhere.
chief doesn't
They
want that, but like
Definitely didn't like him because
that
he's
chief,
loud.
that chief, and we'll put
So am I.
make sure we please put the
link.
the Marion County
Yeah.
Oh, the
I
video?
video.
I put the I showed the picture of the firefighters.
Yes.
I don't know if you had their names and stuff
I do. They're right.
down. And then
So
I can find
I
the
will
video.
also say, if anybody needs to talk to anybody, we are always
Available to do so.
available to listen.
Yeah.
Trip Wooten and Alan Singleton.
Well,
Singleton is the one on your picture is the one on the left. Wooten is the one on the right. The most recent one is firefighter Singleton. He was just last week.
Hey Zoe.
Hey,
Thousands of people
Hi.
watching it right now.
there's millions of people watching.
Or one.
So what's interesting with this whole thing? I wonder. It is a question. Any of them like a fireman's kid or anything like that? Do we know?
I
Anything
don't.
on that?
I haven't
I
seen
don't-
anything that says. The first one.
I know the most recent one had 2 children and a wife.
The first one was a 14-year veteran. The chief said he never met a stranger, possessed a sense of humor that brightened the days of all who came in contact with him. Now I'm going to pause right there for 1 second. Who else does that sound like that we lost to suicide? That was a big,
Oh, Matt Negley.
more famous.
Oh, shoot. That's the
Robin
the
Williams.
Robin Williams.
I was about to say
Yeah.
Robin
Yeah,
Williams.
Robin Williams. Yep. Yeah. No,
Here's the thing,
Humor that
people
would
can-
brighten anybody's day.
Man, I'm gonna
People
tell you.
can put on a incredible act for other people, but when they are alone, oftentimes they're not necessarily.
You look at the dark side of comedy.
No, but people
know,
don't see that.
Yeah.
I know they don't see
The
it.
Dark Side of Comedy, great show. You should go watch it. But then there's also the movie with God, what the heck is his name? Adam Sandler, where he plays the comedian that's like, it's dying or whatever, and it's crazy when you watch that
I don't
movie.
think I've seen it.
Oh, it's a great movie. It just shows you like the pain that these guys go through.
Oh,
when you
yeah.
put it in. But it's it's like sitting in when we sit in what's crazy to me, and it never really hit me. I don't mean to interrupt you there, buddy. Is the Schultz and Dakota, like putting them into the job, right? Like they came through and now they're flying and stuff, and some of the things that affect them really hurt me because it's like I almost feel like I put them there. You know what I'm saying? Like I
What are some of the things that bother them?
just the things we really can't say here.
Like they get caught up in.
They get caught up in the stuff,
things.
and
They want to do more.
they know that there's a better ways to do things.
Yeah.
They've been taught better, and then they get smacked down because of it, and it just it's just not just those two, but there's like six
It's
others.
everybody in your department.
Yeah, in the industry in general, you watch them and they got the sense of like, man, you talked it up different. And
Right.
and it's like, and then I go, fuck, man, I feel horrible in that. But at the end of the other aspect of it is that you have a flight paramedic that's sitting there at the worst case of people's time, and they're performing at a high level.
I have
then-
never seen Dakota be so responsible.
He is awesome.
He is.
And like he's on a person crushed by a truck the other day that they're extricating him for hours, and he is there kicking ass and
Of course he is.
making choices and like doing the right thing. And you go, fuck, man, when you go that guy didn't know how to spell dangerly. and it's like, and it makes you feel like a proud dad when you look at
oh,
him.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
You know,
And I fucking sat there. I was talking to his mom and dad, and I was like, do you understand your kid what he does? Like, because I don't think they understand he actually does a job. So, because he still lives at home.
You know
Right.
what's funny is a lot of times when I talk to Erin, I kind of feel that way. Like
Yeah.
I remember when she was a secretary in the ER, and I worked with her all the time, and now she's like an incredibly amazing, successful family attorney.
Yeah,
I'm just so proud of her.
and all Dakota joking aside, he's still a homeless guy wandering around sometimes. But
yes.
just in the short time that I've known Dakota, on a serious note, and the short time that I have known him since he switched from the fire department to being a flight medic, there is a huge change.
There
I think
in
his
him.
quality of life is better.
Yeah.
His quality of life is better. You can just tell that. I can tell he misses the fire department,
He's
but
a little more mature.
he is a lot more mature. Like he,
Well, I think not being around those guys probably helped a lot too.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
but
I mean, he's
saw-
still
there's
around
also-
Schultz.
Yeah, but I've seen some videos.
Well,
It was pretty bad.
yeah, but like there's also a different sense of responsibility because he's
Yeah.
treating people in a different manner.
Yeah, there's
A
a
different
lot.
Like
capacity.
yes, like
Yeah.
it's more life threatening all the time
Yeah.
than it is.
It's funny when
Shenanigans.
you work with the guys and they go, man, we really get to do some shit. And like I go,
Yeah.
we do that every day.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
yeah.
it's
I mean,
like
it's amazing.
it's not like just you talk.
When are we
about
getting Devin across?
it, it's like, hey man,
He needs to, after what we've recently witnessed
Yeah.
of him, he needs to cross over.
yes,
I think Devin's great.
he's
Mhm.
feeding the homeless.
I am super
He's
proud of
amazing.
him. I
He
am
was
super proud of
feeding
him
the-
for feeding the homeless.
He was
Mhm.
eating pizza with homeless people.
Do it again, Devin.
Like the
I love
homeless
it.
people thought he was homeless. Like,
Yeah.
the homeless
Yeah.
people thought
Yeah,
he stole
hey.
the pizza.
Hey man, they were giving him food. They were giving him money,
I'm
right?
not quite sure that Devin actually bought the pizza. Maybe the homeless people had pizza and he was eating pizza
And
with
he
them.
joined them, like he
Yes.
made friends. I can
Yeah,
see that
like
too.
I
I
think
don't
that's
quite know.
more of a likely scenario. But
Do you want me to play the video or It's a few minutes long. So
Yeah.
What video?
the fire chief video. Or...
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe we could play it at the end.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
play it then.
Yeah. That
Go,
sounds like a
yeah.
good idea.
I do have on the bottom of the screen. There's a new easy way to get in touch with the suicide crisis hotline. All you have to do from your phone, you can call or text 988.
988.
Mm-hmm. You
Just
can call it
988.
or you can text it.
Okay.
988 suicide
awesome.
crisis.
Is
hotline.
that just for first responders?
It's for anybody.
Interesting. That's awesome.
It'd be excellent to talk to one of these people that work the hotline.
Oh man, that would
Oh.
be great.
You know, my
Yeah,
mom
and,
used to work a suicide hotline.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna tell you, your parents are onions.
Wow.
Like she would do the
Always.
night shift.
Wow. Which
Yeah.
is probably busy. I'm sure.
Sometimes.
You
I
know,
feel like every time I learn something about your parents, I
yeah.
understand you a lot more.
yeah, dude, I'm sitting there.
It makes a lot of sense.
Trisha's dad is sick.
Yeah,
He's
my
in
dad's in the hospital.
He's
right
in the
now.
hospital, and
Yeah.
We love
and-
Dad.
we
I
were
do
but,
too.
but it's today's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Daddy.
What?
Today?
Today's his birthday?
Yeah, today's his
Oh,
birthday.
Aw.
really?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
So we went to and I'm sitting there, and then Trish goes and what she normally does, wanders the hospital, walks around.
Well, I had to go say hello to his nurse and find out like
He had to go
But her
socialize.
dad
and
is
I had to
telling
find out exactly like what was going on. And
your
thank
dad
you
tells
for-
me a new story every time.
It's the same story.
No, it's a new
New-
one.
Oh, you got a
show.
new one today?
Yeah, but he's talking about like
does tell good stories.
souping
He
up his cop car that he had when they were
Really?
one time. Yeah, it's funny as shit.
I'm
amazed.
usually we're like in passing, so I
Yeah.
never get to hear these
Oh,
stories.
the
Oh.
man was like
Oh,
a town
man.
marshal.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
I would
over at
love-
4 in the morning
Yeah.
to go to the airport. You will get some fabulous
Oh, yeah.
stories. Let me tell you.
The dude was a town marshal. He's like souping up the car. But
Wasn't he like deputized or something
Well, yeah,
for
he's
the
like
U.S. Marshal
U.S.
thing?
Marshals. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Oh, man.
dude, so like the dude talk about like he bought this car, and then like with the
It could only
Marshal
go 90
money.
miles an hour. or
yeah,
something.
but it was governed, and then he, then he did some like backwood stuff with it, so he can make him do other things, and
So it could go faster. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
when are
funny.
you driving 90 miles an hour?
They're
Yeah.
very different people, but your dad reminds me a lot of my dad sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And this was a news story for him. How many times in your life have you heard this story
Which one?
about the car?
Oh, I don't think I've heard it at all.
No?
Oh wow.
Never once.
Oh.
Oh,
See, people come around my dad and they hear a new story, and my mom and I are both like,
that sounded.
this is like the
again.
752nd time we've heard the same
A
story.
lot of times, yes, I am right there with you.
But me,
As far as this one with the souped up whatever it was with
but her dad will tell
going
me
90
some
miles
shit.
an hour, I've never heard.
Her dad will tell me some shit
But
Trisha's
he-
never heard.
That is true.
You know why? Because my mom said I was going to be a priest. And
I can
people-
totally see that.
And people tell me shit all the time. I sit
All the
there,
time.
Like, I'm not even Catholic, and I feel like I confess on the daily.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Father.
right.
where I've sinned,
Forgive me, Father, for
where
I
I've
have
sinned,
sinned.
Hey, listen, man.
We're
I told you I thought I was going to be a priest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
I
I
never
disco-
thought I was going to be a priest.
And then I discovered vagina.
Oh, you would have been a preacher's wife.
But no,
I
was
am
gonna
a
be
preacher's daughter.
Catholic priest.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what she does. What she does. Mhm.
Anyways, we're at an
Yeah.
hour and a half.
Oh shit.
So, big things recap. We have some classes coming up. Ropes class in St. Augustine at the
Yes.
end of March. April
17.
17th through the 22nd, St. Augustine Air Medical class. 24th through 28th, Water Rescue, all in St. Augustine, our new favorite place.
Yep.
The Rescue Company 1 is buying school.
Yeah.
EMT, paramedic.
Stay
Come get it.
tuned.
We're going to do some alternative medicine shit
Yeah.
too.
Stay
yeah.
tuned.
Well,
Big
we're
things
keeping that
happening.
in our front pocket.
We're keeping that in our all the way pocket.
Yeah.
Probably somebody's prison pocket.
Anyways,
Whatever.
big things happening. Very real things happening out in the world.
I'm going to learn
Um,
hypnotherapy.
For you guys in the fire service, lost two brothers, Marion County firefighters in the
Absolutely.
last couple weeks, to suicide. It's a real thing. It's a bad thing. If but there's somebody somewhere. Please, please, please just reach out, say something, do anything. Call us. We have a suicide crisis hotline that I found earlier. It's just 3 numbers, 988. You can call it, you can text it. They don't even have to hear your voice. You can text your problems. Do something. It's not worth losing your life. It's not worth leaving your kids behind, your wife behind.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So it's heavy. Baby, what you got? Make it quick.
Oh goodness, there's so much. I guess I want to say that, if somebody if you are providing care for somebody and they actually need it, please provide it.
Yep.
Don't ignore it. Don't minimize it. Listen to your patients and do what you need to do.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love
I
you.
love you.
Yeah.
What you got there, Hippo man?
I'm just glad to be here. Glad to help out, like always. Happy
love
birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Daddy.
birthday, Dad.
So glad it's his birthday. I'm
I'm
sorry he's spending it in the hospital, but
So
I'm
happy
sure
he's
he
not
will.
listening to any of it.
So
He will
listen,
be out
he
soon.
won't ever listen to this, but he has this new little blue pill
Oh,
that helps
Oh.
him.
It's not Viagra.
It's
Oh.
not
Oh.
Viagra,
oh, okay.
I take a
But
little
it-
blue pill every night.
but it helps give his appetite back.
Okay.
And it is fantastic. Like I haven't seen my dad look this good in probably over 2 months.
And
That's
it's
awesome.
And it's
Marinol.
called
Really?
Marinol.
Marinol,
All right.
which is marijuana.
It
it.
sure
Alright.
is,
That's great.
and it's helping him so much, and I think it's awesome. To
That
Mine
is
makes
watch.
me
awesome.
sleep, but it's not that.
That is awesome.
Buddy, you said something earlier that man, I tell you what, it's been I don't bet you don't even think about it. It's been in my head for the last like 20-30 minutes.
Oh.
The burnt out person teaching the new generation.
Yeah.
That's a topic right there.
I brought that up not too long
Where's it
ago. Do you not remember?
Were you shaking your boobs at me when you said it?
Yes,
Because then I don't remember.
because I was shaking my boobs.
Yes,
Mhm.
they're spectacular and confusing.
I told you, like, I got a report from a nurse. It's a brand new fucking nurse that shouldn't be as jaded as she fucking was.
Yeah, I remember that. But it's not. That wasn't the topic. It's, bro, I love you. Then.
love you
Anyways.
I can't believe you're upset about it.
I
I'm
can't believe you don't
sorry.
remember.
Okay, let's talk about it.
You
later.
have a memory of.
So
Anyways.
listen, man. That the path out there is rough right now. So everybody needs to like help each other out. We always say here at this company we have one rule, right? Everybody
Love everybody.
everybody, man. And that's all we need, man. Just to stay strong out there, and do what we can. Right, buddy?
Right. I love you.
I love you. Y'all
I
love
love
each
you
other
too.
out there, and if I offended you, well, too
Me.
fucking bad.
Don't listen.
Bye.
Department is in pain, confused, and upset. We are all searching for answers and trying to assign blame. These are all normal reactions to such an emotional event, as we've lost several members of our family. As your fire chief, I've been experiencing these same emotions as well. I've had many difficult conversations with members of our department over the past few days. As we're all trying to work through this, many have expressed concerns that low pay, workload, mandatory overtime, lack of sleep, substance abuse, PTSD, and addiction could be examples of the root cause. These are all valid issues, and we are planning on addressing them. If the answer was as simple as eliminating mandatory overtime, I would shut trucks down immediately. But I can tell you that it goes way deeper than that. We must address these factors and identify members of our team that are suffering or in crisis. I need each of you to be my eyes and ears. I shoulder the burden of leading us out of this crisis, but I cannot do it alone. You know your coworkers best and will be able to first notice a change in their demeanor. Things such as being distracted, mood changes with extreme highs and lows, withdrawal from friends and activities, and the inability to cope with normal stressors can all be warning signs that a person may need help. Please ask the tough questions. We owe it to each other as coworkers, as friends, and as family. We have great resources available, including Chaplain Joe, who is the best chaplain in Florida. the Employee Assistance Program, and our peer support team, yet we still have loss. I have requested mental health strike teams be brought in from the International Association of Firefighters. Details are still being worked out. However, shortly after our upcoming funeral, these teams will arrive. The IAFF will make recommendations that I plan to implement and to continue. I beg you, please take advantage of these teams and to take them seriously. Our Marion County Hospital District has also pledged their full support to assist our department moving forward. If you are watching this and are experiencing depression, anxiety, or suicidal thoughts, please know we are all here for you. I am here for you. Please do not give up. Take one more step, reach out to someone, and get the help that is available to you. Never quit. Keep focusing on that next step, and we will continue together to make it through this. Please know that I am always available if you need to talk. Each of you are strong, determined, and resilient. And as we come together as a department and as a family, we can use our combined strength, determination, and resilience to work on a solution. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for what you do for our community every day and for each other.